winds of change are sweeping through the hallowed halls of Buckingham Palace, sending ripples of concern throughout the royal establishment. Prince William, heir to the British throne, has made a decision that few anticipated, a quiet yet profound shift regarding the future roles of Lady Louise Windsor and James, Earl of Wessex, the children of Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie. This unexpected move raises profound questions. Why now? What does this mean for these young royals who've lived largely outside the spotlight? And most importantly, is this the first glimpse of William's vision for a dramatically transformed monarchy? Join me as we delve into this royal watershed moment, one that might forever alter the course of Britain's most historic institution. While King Charles III officially wears the crown, Prince William has already begun laying the groundwork for his eventual reign. Behind the ornate doors of palace offices, strategic conversations are taking place about the future shape of the monarchy. At the center of these discussions, a bold new vision that directly impacts Lady Louise and James. These two young royals have lived remarkably normal lives compared to their more famous cousins. They've attended school, pursued personal interests, and enjoyed a childhood largely sheltered from media scrutiny. Their parents, Prince Edward and Duchess Sophie, deliberately chose this path, a decision once blessed by the late Queen Elizabeth herself. Yet now, without any action on their part, they find themselves at the epicenter of William's quiet revolution. William's vision is crystal clear, though never formally announced. The future king is determined to streamline the monarchy, focusing royal duties and privileges on a much smaller circle centered around the direct line of succession. This represents a seismic shift from tradition, where royal titles and the privileges they carry have typically extended throughout the family tree. William believes the modern monarchy must be lean-focused and service-oriented, not simply a birthright bestowed upon distant relatives. The implications for Louise and James are profound, though they are grandchildren of a monarch and technically entitled to certain royal designations. William's actions suggest they will remain outside the working royal fold when he eventually takes the throne. Will they become working royals or lead private lives? This question now hangs over the Windsor household at Bagshot Park. The situation becomes more poignant when we consider the remarkable upbringing Duchess Sophie has provided her children. From the very beginning, she and Prince Edward made the extraordinary choice to raise Louise and James away from royal titles and traditional royal expectations. They attended regular schools, lived in a relatively normal home, and were shielded from the unforgiving glare of public scrutiny. Sophie's wisdom was remarkable. She once revealed in a rare interview that while her children could technically claim royal titles, she and Edward were raising them with the understanding that they would likely need to forge their own professional paths. This was a mother planning for her children's independence, not their royal service. Now imagine the emotional weight on Sophie's shoulders, the very future she envisioned for her children. One blessed by Queen Elizabeth herself, suddenly seems threatened by shifting royal priorities. Not because William has directly demanded anything from them, but because his vision of a smaller monarchy implicitly challenges their position within the family structure. Lady Louise Windsor stands at a pivotal moment in her young life. Having recently turned 18, she was officially eligible to use the title Her Royal Highness, Princess Louise of Edinburgh. Yet she made a choice that speaks volumes about her character. She declined. The bond between Louise and her late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, was special. They shared a passion for horses and carriage driving, spending precious hours together engaged in this traditional pursuit. Yet despite this deep connection to monarchy itself, Louise chose a different path. Her brother James will soon face the same choice. At just 16, he has begun appearing more frequently at royal events, standing alongside his parents, with a quiet dignity that has caught the attention of royal watchers. Some see in him the potential for future royal service, while others wonder if he'll follow his sister's example. But William's evolving vision complicates these personal choices. If the monarchy is indeed shrinking under his watch, what role could Louise and James possibly play? Would they be expected to serve without the full privileges and support traditionally afforded to working royals? Or are they being quietly but firmly guided toward private lives, regardless of their own wishes? Behind the palace walls, a fascinating emotional dynamic is unfolding. Duchess Sophie, one of the monarchy's most loyal servants, now finds herself caught between her love for her children and her duty to the crown. Sophie never sought the spotlight. She never wrote tell-all books or granted scandalous interviews. For decades, she worked tirelessly, often without recognition, standing steadfastly beside Queen Elizabeth through the monarchy's most turbulent periods. She earned her place through dedication and discretion, yet now there's a growing sense that her family's position is being diminished. When Prince Edward received the prestigious Duke of Edinburgh title once held by Prince Philip himself, it seemed to affirm their standing. But William's actions suggest a different future on where Louise and James may find themselves royal in name only. This creates an impossible situation for Sophie. She spent years protecting her children from royal pressures while simultaneously ensuring they understand their heritage and responsibilities. Now the careful balance she maintained is threatened by forces beyond her control. The decisions facing Louise and James transcend their personal lives. They represent a fundamental question about the monarchy's future. What does it mean to be royal in the 21st century? Is royal status determined solely by proximity to the throne? Or does it encompass a broader family united in service to the nation? William appears to be making his answer clear. His vision is focused, strategic, and undeniably modern. A monarchy centered around a small core group directly in line for succession. The consequences of this approach are already apparent. Louise, who battled a serious eye condition called esotropia, as a child found her strength and identity not through royal titles, but through personal passion, particularly her love of carriage driving, a connection to her beloved grandfather. She walked with dignity behind Queen Elizabeth's coffin, showing that royal bearing comes from character, not titles. James, meanwhile, has been making more public appearances, quietly stepping into the royal spotlight at major events. Some royal observers believe he may be being groomed for a more active royal role despite the shifting landscape. The monarchy stands at a crossroads. For the first time in its long history, younger family members have genuine choice about their involvement. And the decisions they make, whether to embrace royal duty or forge independent paths, will send powerful messages about the institution's future. As William continues to chart his course toward a streamlined monarchy, Louise and James face unprecedented personal choices with profound implications not just for themselves, but for the very definition of royal service. What do you think about Prince William's vision for the monarchy? Should Lady Louise and James embrace royal duties or continue their more private lives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this exploration fascinating, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful royal analysis. Until next time, thank you for watching.